Hey guys, and welcome to today's video for my loadout series for TitanFall 2. Today's loadout is going to be focusing on a elite loadout for players that want to be considered a hazard or general be feared on the battlefield. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Alright, so the name of the loadout is called the IMC Elite Loadout, and I kind of got this idea from the Death Troopers from Star Wars in general. Now, you don't really hear a lot about the Death Troopers, but when you do see them or hear about them, you hear about how deadly and dangerous they are, how you shouldn't really face them on your own, and how they're more like the elite guards for the Emperor and majority of Siths and such. So this is kind of what I wanted to imagine it in TitanFall 2. You know, when the fight starts to go to a serious turn, we bring in the elite type pilots into the situation, and this is kind of my overview of it. So let's look at the overview of the loadout of gear and such you'll be using. So Cloud's going to be using phase shift. This allows you to get in and out of situations. It allows you to survive certain situations, and basically, if you use it effectively, you can pretty much turn the tide on any fights, either against multiple pilots or even multiple Titans who are unable to catch you in say a brief few seconds. Now the weapon I'm going to be using is the Hemlock. The Hemlock is a weapon that is kind of in a grey area. People enjoy it, and there are people that don't enjoy it. On PC, I know for a fact that its aim assist is quite terrible, and not a lot of people use it. On console though, the weapon is one of the top tier type weapons. It has very sticky aim. It allows players to quickly snap onto other players and either insta kill them or pretty much wipe the floor with them at close, medium and long ranges. Now this wasn't really the idea behind the Hemlock. I wasn't really gonna go choose a Hemlock because, you know, it's so powerful and sparse. I kind of wanted to make it feel like this is one of the weapons that the IMC would be using overall as one of the main weapon loadouts. So I do apologize. You can switch weapons to something else that properly resembles the IMC units loadout, but for me I chose to go with the Hemlock. It's effective, it's good, but it does need a nerf in general. Now my secondary is the charge rifle. Simply be, if I put on a quick charge rate onto my charge rifle, it allows me to fire at a much quicker rate for the switch of less damage. It allows me to take out Titans in a quick amount of time. It allows me to charge up my boost and Titan meter, and in general it does fit the IMC loadouts for what they'll be using. So any type of loadout gear that I believe the IMC would use, charge rifle is one thing that will come straight to mind. Now my ordnance is going to be the Arc Grenade. Arc Grenade allows me to slow down pilots and it allows me to slow down Titans for a few seconds. Now combining the Arc Grenade with the Hemlock, it allows me to stop pilots in a brief second, and with the way the Hemlock is designed, it allows me to either insta-kill or finish off a pilot that may try and escape. So in many ways this plays kind of buddy-buddy, and it makes you even more of a pain to deal with and even more deadly, giving you that, yeah, you're IMC assassin that no one really expected to see or play against. My kit is going to be fast regeneration. Like the name says, game allows me to regenerate my health much quicker. The second kit is going to be kill report, so it's basically going to allow me to know where my friends have died and where the enemy have died, and allows me to know which location I should go into and which location I should avoid. The camo is going to go for an all white. I chose all white to give you that kind of, you know, deathly and soon to be oncoming disaster of a pilot. If I did have black unlocked, I would have gone over black. If you have it unlocked, go with black instead. If you don't, go an all white. Either one suits you, and make sure your weapons also fit the theme of going all white. In general, going all white kind of fits the IMC kind of color as well, because IMC colors kind of consist of white and red, and finding the color that kind of matches IMC is kind of rare. There are some weapons and some Titans that do fit the bill with no camo, but in general, if you want to go with the more you know, all white IMC feel, this is the only way possible. The boost I'm going to be using is Amped. Now Amped allows me to boost my weapon's damage, so this makes Hemlock even more dangerous and even more of a pest. In many ways I kind of debate using Amped, since the Hemlock's pretty damn powerful anyway, so using Amped on this weapon makes it even more brutal. But it's kind of up to you what type of boost you want to use. You can use anything else you like. You can use spider mines, or you can use dice roll, or you can use map pack, you can use generally whatever you like. So the boost is kind of up to you, but this is what I chose to go with the fill and with the loadout. And now lastly, the Titan I'm going to be choosing is Tone. Now Tone is 1, very effective, and 2, when it comes down to IMC paints, his standard colours fit the bill. So in general I chose Tone because he's just all round quite perfect and great. But she also needs kind of a nerf, and a lot of people do complain about her. And in general, she's just overall, she's powerful, she fits the bill for IMC a lot, but she's also quite overpowered. So if you're the type of person that don't want to use a Titan like Tone, be called one of those meta scrubs and such, you can use whatever other Titan you like. You can use either Scorch, you can use Ronin, you can use North Star, you can use Legion, you can use whatever Titan you want. But for this loadout general, I'm going to be using the Tone, because Tone kind of fits the IMC Elite type loadout, and this is kind of what I would expect to see from an IMC Elite. So let's go into the gameplay wise of this. So in general, you have to know a few things when it comes down to using this loadout. First, the Hemlock, you can't use wall running, or you can't use hipfire. Its hipfire is quite terrible. So in general, when you're using this weapon, you want to be aiming down sight as much as you can. That's the whole premise of the weapon. Also, what I've learned is that don't always aim for the body with Hemlock. Try aim for the head, because aiming for the head from close to medium range is always going to be an insta kill. When it comes down to aim for the body, yeah, it does work, it's effective. But from my point of play, I always tend to aim for the head, as when it comes to aiming the head, it drops people much quicker and it gives me more room to breathe. Now, when you get your amped weapon, you can then start aiming more for the body shots at much longer distances, as people are going to be dropping at least around, say, 2, sometimes 1 burst. Is that the Hemlock's not as powerful as what people say, but it is broken to the point of where it allows you to fire a bit too quickly, and it allows you to catch onto a pilot quite quickly. What I mean by quite quickly, I mean like stickiness. So I can look at one pilot, and if I look to another pilot that's like jumping through the air, my reptile will basically jump onto that pilot quite quickly, and it shouldn't really be the case for such a weapon. Although for a weapon that's only a 3 burst and is an assault rifle, and in general you don't see a lot of 3 burst type weapons in the current game, I believe in many ways it kind of needs it for it to be competitive, or at least keep up with other weapons, because once this weapon gets nerfed, a lot of people are going to be using the R201 or the G2 and such. Now, when you're using your Hemlock as well, make sure you use your arc grenades as much as you can. Your arc grenades is going to allow you to, say, rack up the kills as much as possible. It's going to allow you to hunt down pilots that are going to try to get the drop on you, and it will allow you to basically annihilate anyone that tries to stop you, or basically just stop them in place. It allows you even room to just escape. If you're in a situation where a pilot or group of pilots see you and they'll try to get you, and you don't have no more ammo left, or for example you can't take them down in enough time in such a situation, use your arc grenades, and by the time then, either melee them if you can, or just run for it. That's just throw 2, as it does do damage. Not a lot, but it does do damage, and if you have a second gun on you that's effective, by all means use it. I would say use your charge rifle if you want to, but that's kind of risky at the same time. Effective, but kind of risky. Now, once you use all these whatsoever, if you play the game right, and depending on the map as well, I'll probably say like Crash Site, or Complex, or Forward Base Kodai. These are probably like some great maps to use this type of loadout. You then want to use your Titan. Now your Titan Tone is going to be quite effective and destructive. She's going to be able to take people out from long distances. She's going to be able to take out Titans from long distances. She's going to be able to barrage the enemy with as much missiles as possible, using a salvo core to doomstate a Titan. Basically, the moment you get into Tone, you're basically going to control the field. Now, if you understand how to master Tone, she will be one of the best Titans to use whatsoever in the game. And even when she does get nerfed, she'll still be considered one of the best. Now, ideally, what you want to do is that when you do get in your Titan, take out as much pilots as you can. Your 40mm cannon allows you to take out as many people as possible. It has splash damage, but splash damage isn't that great. But it's great when it comes down to taking out pilots that are either standing still, or say in a close or similar area, and the moment you land a direct hit, it's always going to be an insta kill, and it's very accurate as well. Now when it comes down to facing other Titans and such, you have an advantage, considering the fact that 1, your weapon when it fires 3 times and it lands on the pilot, it allows you to shoot a barrage of missiles. And 2, you also have a particle shield that basically soak up the damage for you, and you can fire behind it, and in general, you're going to be something quite dangerous when it comes down to using this weapon. Now when I see newer players using it, they may not be that great. But when I see players that are hardcore, players that have been using it for quite a while, I can see this build being absolutely devastating. And even if you want to switch it up, it's still going to be devastating whatsoever. So in general, this build is more of a serious type playstyle. Those that are hardcore, or those that want to be hardcore, this is probably one of the greatest ways to learn. And it's also a great way to learn how to use Hemlock, as in general, Hemlock is one of those weapons where it's going to get nerfed, but if you learn how to use it effectively now, before the incoming nerf, you'll probably have a great chance when it comes down to taking out other pilots when the incoming nerf comes. And even if it's like a damage drop off or slower rate of fire or such, you'll still have an effective playstyle against other people. So in general, that's the end of the video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like for more. If you didn't, then leave a dislike stating why. And I do hope to see you again. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.